Hello YouTubers, and we're back with part 3, I suppose, of the custom Goshooter, pretty much Grim Customs Goshooter, painting this breakaway into a Goshooter figure. So, yeah, it's time we got on to the next part, and that involves painting these wheels. Get these out of the way because they seem to be drying nicely. But it's time we got a little bit more focused on the vehicle mode. And really there's not much that we can really do with it because a lot of the details I'd want to put in would be through decals from repro labels, which I don't have right now. But when that day comes when I get a hold of those, we'll do an update video. So these might be to be continued until that happens, but yeah, hey, in any case, something to look forward to. So anyway, gonna continue on. Gonna add a little paint to these hubcaps, because I always do prefer painted hubcaps, as I'm sure most of you do. Especially when they have nice sculpted details that should be brought out. Like this one does. I have a little too much paint on the brush in this case though. Yeah, easy enough to actually just paint in those details. The tricky part is just making sure you don't have too much paint there to fill in and erase the molded detail, because you want to keep that in there, you want to keep it noticeable. But yeah, one tire down. 3 to go. And we're starting with the small ones because they're going to be the trickier ones to paint. I might get a little caught up in what I'm doing and forget to talk to you, so if I do forget to, forgive me. I'm just trying to do something fun here. I always enjoy painting, art, drawing, that kind of stuff. It's really fun. I like getting into some creative work, which is why I like making videos, because it's another form of creative work. So, hopefully you enjoy the videos too. But yeah, another one. And these ones are pretty much the same, just bigger. Bring out that shine. Make them pop. Yeah, it's a shame that Hasbro tends to be really cheap about dealing with the details like the wheels and hubcaps. You know, budgets are budgets. And they always seem to stink. Because I doubt anybody really likes having to limit what they can do with something. At least this one's coming along nicely. And the last of the hubcaps. Want to get that in. It look as nice as possible. And yeah, there we go. It's good. Okay, so that's done. We got those. Done all the way. Our brush is nice and clean. Because I think it's about time we actually worked on this a little more. I've given the paint a little time to dry. So we should be able to do the next step relatively painlessly. Good news is, while I was off camera, I was able to super glue that part together. So the other translucent piece shouldn't be any problem. Like, it's still going to be noticeable that it was separated at one point, but it won't separate again on me, which is good. See if we can get this to go on just right now. Now for this one, it might be a good idea in the future to try and order Shapeways parts for, so I can get the proper headlights, like the siren lights. Aside from that, Now we should be good to go on this one. That looks good. Just set that down. Yeah, and this is the one that was busted earlier. Like, you can still see the crack there, but should be a little easier to manage. So we'll just get to painting this up again. And a little later we'll be adding some other paints to this particular piece. First and foremost, we want to get the top of the roof painted. That one crack seems to really want to show itself. Which is a shame, but luckily if I do manage to one day get those shapeways parts, they'll do a good job of hiding it. There we go. One more down. And before we get to the... we'll let that dry a little bit before we get to the next piece. Because we do have the front lights to deal with here. Well, the front of the car. And much like Minerva, I'm going to actually paint the bumper. And this time I want to paint it silver. That way, the blue that was on this bumper before will be covered up. And this is actually similar to what I did with Minerva, except I painted her bumper red. Just kept the paint going, kind of striping around it like the G1 toy did. Goshooter. The silver is going to end right at the front bumper, but I am going to get the side, just for the sake of keeping it consistent. And yeah, it may not be the most perfect, but it will look nice. And there we go. it. I overdid it. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Fortunately, this is one case where if you get the paint overdone, it may be a little tricky to get it off again. I'm going to try to get what I can off before it actually dries. Because I overshot it this time. There we go. That got it back to where I need it. So let's try this again. Carefully this time, you'll just streak across. And yeah. Because, you know, even though I'm an amateur at this, I do want to at least try to make it look like it was done competently. And yeah, there we go. It's nice. Looks actually, since there's detail is there, let's just add a little silver into the middle. And yeah, that looks good. Now I just gotta get the brush cleaned off. For what I want to do next is going to be a little tricky because it's a very tiny spot that I want to paint. So I'm going to shake up the paint, make sure it's good and mixed. And yeah, I'm using Turn Signal Amber, which is a nice metallic yellow. Don't need a whole lot because, again, it's going into a very, very tight frame. See those little headlight areas? Don't need a whole lot. Add a little bit more in here. And granted, the space is very small and tight, so it's hard to really get it in the way I want it to. But yeah, there we go. That adds some color to it. The hood part's almost done. There's only just one little detail left. And we're not done with the turn signal amber just yet. So really, for this part, it's all just about the fine details. Hold on a sec, I gotta do something here. Carefully. Figures I'd get something paint stuck in where it shouldn't be. Yeah, since it's still a little sticky, I have to be really careful because I don't want to smudge up anything I painted, and trying to get detail in. And it's one of the more simple details, but still very important. And may require a second coat just to ensure that it goes in smooth. And again, it seems like it's going on pretty good. So yeah, I just painted that white so it would match up with the rest. We'll let that dry. Probably want to take some time. Now there are some more details I want to add to these, especially along the back, which I should be able to do competently enough without interrupting the drying part of the roof, because I don't have to do anything on that part particularly. Just shake up and mix up my gunmetal gray. Got more use for it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in. First thing is paint in those back windows. And yeah, I know they were more of a bluish color on the original toy, a really dark blue, but I don't know if I have the right color for it, and I don't want to use the same color I used for Minerva anyway, so I'm going to go with gunmetal. yeah, there we go. That's done. And then we'll just do these. Okay. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And yeah, I want to continue this. Just adding a little more detail to it. Because even if it doesn't have the repro labels, I don't want it to be like a boring car. And since I do intend to put the repro labels on, I've got some limits on what I can and can't do. I should really try to keep this in camera again, but yeah, and hopefully what I do won't interfere with any labels. Then again, labels are optional, so and if I get it, I don't have to put every one of them on. Just put on the ones that don't interrupt my paint work. But, yeah. There we go. That actually works pretty nicely. I might have to touch up some of the blue again, but I can wait. Now we do the other side. I'll probably get back to the... Oop, don't want to put my finger on the paint. And yeah, we've got other stuff to do with this. This is actually going quite smooth and almost done, surprisingly enough. Well, for now. Like I said, I have to get to repro labels before I can put them on, so once I get them, I'll definitely let you guys know and do a follow-up to it. But after this, the next Grim Customs will be Triptychon, because I will have to put a lot of labels on that thing. And may as well let you guys watch if you want to. But in any case, yeah, we got that. This turns out to be the final part. Oh well. I hope you guys enjoyed this rather short little run through. But I'll be sure to show you a somewhat completed thing. Because, yeah, the Goshooter head is, like I said before, going to be shipping as I'm painting this. Like, this very day it said shipping, so it's going to be a while. But I do have the siren head, and I'll put that on this one, just to get an idea on how it looks. Ah, crud. Overshot it again. That's staining. Okay. Sorry about that. I just had to fix a blunder. So let's just get this back in track. Very carefully. Paint in the details. Don't lift the paint off the thing. Okay, good. Next up. Okay, so we got the gunmetal on here. Oh, so we got the window, the back. We're good. Sorry, I'm getting a little quiet here and there. Just get lost in this stuff. All too easy. Okay. Again, we're going to do something a little different than what I did with Minerva on the headlights, or the tail lights. Do not want to overload my brush though. I'm going to actually make the larger lights the turn signals and the rear lights the smaller bits. Again, got to do this really carefully. Yeah, we got that. Rinse and repeat on the other leg, or the other piece. And luckily the Tamiya does dry quick. Just want to make sure. This is the Model Masters paint here. Yeah, I'm going over this with like 2 or 3 different brands of paints. Of course, brand name doesn't really matter that much. Just just as long as you get the desired look out of it. And yeah, that gets me a good look. And there we go. Got the turn signal in. So now it's just the brake lights. Which is going to be in Ruby Metal Flake. For some reason. Ooh, that's a lot fuller than it thought it was. Hold on a sec. That might be a different color than what I wanted. Yeah, that's more of a purple. Hold on a sec, I think I got the wrong paint. Let's see if I have another one, because I'm not sure if this is not sure that's the color I want. Sorry guys. Okay, we do have some regular red metal flake. I think we can. Because I think that was a purple paint mix that I was putting together myself and forgot about. Oh well. Hopefully this is good. Hopefully I can open it. We may have to cut to when I can actually get this thing open. Because it's one of those paint stuck ones. It's really jammed in there good, isn't it? Do I have another one? Guess we'll go with metallic red, because the ruby metal flake does not want to come out. And we're back. Sorry about that delay. But I could not get that one color to open up for me. So sorry about that. Still, I do have an alternative. Hopefully this will work. And this might not go as well as I'd hoped. That's not as sharp a red as I'd like. It can work, it's just a bit duller than I was hoping for. Okay, but we got that. Ah, crud. Yeah, great. That's fun. Apparently I put my arm on one of the paint things, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to have to wash some paint off my arm. Wonderful. Okay, and that does it for the lights. And actually, that pretty much wraps up the whole custom job for this one, at least from what I can tell. Might have to do some touch-ups. If there's anything major, I will come back. But the next time I'm probably going to cut and put this guy together. Well, cut, let it dry, then put it together for you, and I'll end the part with a view of the figure. So, yeah. Here we go. And we're back, and we got him together again. He's looking good. As you can see, very much Goshooter. Yes, that's Siren's head. Like I said, I'm still waiting for Goshooter's head to arrive. But since Siren uses the same mold, this works. At least for now. As you can see, the robot mode looks pretty good. Pretty close to what Goshooter looked like. And yes, the little hip section is darker blue than what the rest of them is, but hey, it still works, still looks good, though I still need to get the repro labels because, you know, the car is going to look rather bland without them. And yeah, I probably need to get Shapeways kits to finish this off. And maybe even finish her off with a little bit there. And yeah, if I get repro labels for him, I'm going to get them for her too. So, but there is one thing I can put on him to finish him off, so to speak. My Brainstorm had an extra Autobot symbol, so I'm going to use it. And I'm just going to pop it right on there. Let's see. Oh, I got a toothpick here. Good, 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 good. So we can actually just make sure it's on straight. And there we go. One Autobot badge in place. And yeah, that looks much better. Again, he'll look better when he gets some proper repro labels. But for now, that looks nice. And I guess I could see about getting this into proper car mode. May take a little longer because I'm going to be still kind of being a little kid glove with this. Paint's still a little sticky, so I don't want to do anything too rash. But we can get some of this off. Get going. And this is going to be the tricky part because I think it might get a little paint stuck. And unfortunately, a little bit's already chipping off at the one area where no one's really going to see it. But yeah. Try our luck, see if we can get this in relatively painlessly. And again, I'm probably taking this a lot slower than you guys like, but again, I've got reason to give it the kid glove treatment for now. I mean, really, I'm sure someone's getting on me about that should wait till it's fully dried. That I'm putting things in risk and all that, and I'm well aware of that. But in the meantime, we have the car mode, which, looks kind of bland right now. You got the bumper, you got the back looking good. Other than that, it is a white car. And that is because I still need to get the repro labels. So, yeah. Still, the robot mode looked good. And this will look better once I get those labels. So, yeah. But that wraps it up for now. Next time I see you is going to be when I finally get those labels, or, well, actually when I do Triptychon and start stickering him up. But the next time I see you for this guy is when I have those labels. So, until then, see you later. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and let me know what you think. And of course, subscribe to see more videos. And I'll see you next time. So until then, goodbye out there, whatever you are.